I am warning you now. When the past come knocking, nobody's home. Do not answer because your future depends on it. Now, I'm not talking about connections with people where y'all just lost touch. I'm talking about them connections that almost destroyed you, that you almost didn't come back from. Every lost connection does not need to be restored. Come on now, catch them diamonds. Do not let them back in. Your future depends on it. It is something about when you survive something that nearly took your life and God restores you. It's something about that makes people want to come back and investigate, because it's like, wow, how did you come back from that? How did you come back? I'm trying to tell you, when God restore your life, do not let anybody back in who was the reason, who was the cause of this downfall in your life. Do not let them back in. Not every lost connection needs to be restored. It's something about when God brings you back. It's something about when God restores you in front of those who hurt you. They got to come and investigate because they can't believe it. You look like nothing has ever happened to you. Some people will also use you to feed their ego. They see that you have changed, you have blossomed in life. And if they can come back in, it feeds their ego, like they still have this access, like you're easily accessible. See what I'm saying? They feed off of that. They want to know if they're the ones that still can come in and touch. But when you show up and say access denied, it hurts their ego and hurts their pride. That's when they get mad. Because now, when the last time they saw you, you were weak to them. But now you have a new strength. Come on now, catch them diamonds. And that new strength intimidates them. So what happens? They want to try to get into your mind and knock you back down. Oh, I remember when you was this. I remember when you was that. Oh, you think you hard. Now you think you this. Oh, okay. So you trying to set boundaries. That's how they talk to you. That's how they act. They want to break you back down to what you used to be, but you're not that anymore. You see what I'm saying? Do not compromise yourself. When God brings you back, do not compromise that. Do not compromise that. Not everybody's coming back to celebrate you, to just say, hey, I'm sorry for how I did you. Now, some people may have an apology and that's it. Receive the apology, you're forgiven, and then go in peace. But some people will come back around because it feeds their ego just to see if they can get you again. See if y'all can be cool again. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. They remember exactly what they did to you. They know more of the details than you do. Come on now. Come on now. That's why they coming back around. Listen, nobody's home. Matter of fact, you moved. You're not even in the same place anymore. Don't fall for that. Do not compromise. Do not compromise how God has restored you. Don't do it. And let me kick you some more diamonds. Some of the people that hurt you from your past that keep lingering around, the reason why they linger is because they haven't forgiven themselves. It's hard for them to forgive themselves. See, they already asked you to forgive them. You did that. You moved on in peace. That's why you blessed. That's why you shine the way you do. That's why you blossom, because you have forgiven, and you've forgiven yourself for allowing that to happen. Come on now. But those people linger because they don't know how to forgive themselves. Because you withstand, like you came back. You came back. And when you came back, it was so powerful, and it just like how? It was like overnight. Even though it took many years, it seemed like overnight. But when you come back from what somebody has done to you, and they left you by yourself, uncovered, destroyed you, and you come back like that, they don't know how to forgive themselves. So they walk around with this cloud on them. They don't really need your forgiveness. They need to forgive themselves. So that's why they linger. They're trying to find some type of life. But it started with them forgiving themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's some more diamonds for you to catch. Come on now. And I will say it again. I am not talking about people that you lost touch with and y'all went y'all separate ways. And, just time separates us sometimes when we're busy. I'm not talking about people like that, because sometimes there are going to be people that come back around that you ain't talked to in some years or months or whatever. Who I'm talking about are the connections where God had to really save your life, meaning they left you for dead. They left you, stepped on top of you, and just walked away from you. I'm talking about those situations where you didn't know if you was gonna make it. You rather die than to continue to live in that pain. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those connections that destroyed you, but God saved you. God restored you. They meant you no good. You seen exactly who they were. That's what I'm talking about. Those type of connections right there, that you were weak to these individuals, that you didn't know how to get away from them, but God had to bring it to a close, and it hurts you. Because sometimes when we don't walk away, God will make people destroy us just to get us away from them. But God has every intention on, restoring you. God has every intention on restoring you. Come on now. That's another thing. So do not go back to that, because your future depends on it, because they cannot come there. They are already contaminated. Some people do not even get a heart, their heart repaired. During that separation, a lot of people don't even go through to get their heart repaired and to ask God for forgiveness of how they treated others. They just walk on and keep doing it to different people. Then they try to circle back to those that they see still standing. How you still standing? Tell them, God, catch them diamonds. And one of the things that you should have learned during that time where God was restoring you was to never want anybody who God does not want in your life. You know how we try to hold on to people that we want to be a part of our life, and God's showing you, nope. That will break you. That will break you and show you have no control over God or the universe. That will really break you, and God will let you know whatever I say will stand, not what you say, because we don't know how to choose people for real. So that situation will have taught you that never go against God. Whenever He's saying time's up for somebody, I guarantee you the next time. So you should have a renewed mind. Whenever you see people coming and going, you don't even feel no type of way, because now I know not to try to go against God. Because when I do, I'm going against my own interests. Come on now, catch them diamonds. Now that's what you should have learned. So when people do come back around, you seek God for permission first. You don't just let people in. You say, hold on, wait a minute. God, yes or no? That's what it'll do. It'll bring you into a place of being obedient. Come on now. It'll bring you into a place where you check with God before you do anything. That's what they taught you. Come on. I'm going to close my message with this, and I'm going to share with you a word that I gave, over the weekend. Prophetic word is talking about seeing the fruit of your labor, like tasting that fruit. See, a lot of things that you've been seeing in your mind, the things that you want to come to pass, or the things that God told you about, those things are going to happen. It's going to be tangible, meaning you're going to be able to touch it. It's no longer going to be in your mind. You're going to see the fruit of your labor. Tasting the fruit, you're going to actually have it in reality. It's going to happen before you. That's one of the things. The second thing that I said was the turbulence of elevation. That's what it was. The turbulence of elevation, meaning the turbulence that you're going to feel in your life is coming from God elevating you. You're going to be elevated up in different areas of your life. So you're going to go through this turbulence where you're moving, but it's not the turbulence of something crashing down, but it's moving up like a plane. When it goes up and getting ready to take off, it's that turbulence of elevation. So that's another thing. And the reason why I said do not go back to the past, because what I also sense is the return of the past. And that's why I say your future depends on it, because you're getting ready to walk into the elevation, and you're going to taste the fruit. You're going to see the fruit of your labor, your hard work. You see what I'm saying? So every connection that died before in your past, come on now, catch them diamonds. It cannot go with you. But it's like walking dead zombies, and they're on their way back slowly, like the Walking Dead. That's how I see it. Come on now. What we have been taught in our life is to believe that when something comes back around, oh, this must be meant. What we don't realize is when you have people with empty vessels, and you are full of life, full of value, full of love, full of joy, someone's always going to come back for a refill. Just because people come back around does not mean they're meant to go with you. This is why I say check with God. People who are hungry always go to places where they can be fed. Catch them diamonds.